What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Mindful Monday. So this first Mindful Monday is about relationships, and we have questions. Am I supposed to be alone? Am I supposed to be doing this? Is this relationship for me? What does a good relationship look like? And we have all these questions, and then we start looking for answers in the wrong places, and we start hanging out with people we shouldn't be hanging out with, and we should start wasting time. We get hurt, we get mistreated, maybe abused, neglected, whatever the case may be. We're in these relationships with the wrong people in the wrong time. I've been there, and I know what it's like being hurt, misused, and all that stuff. But there's a way out. There's hope to being single. There's hope to, finding a relationship, finding that person. God is the center of a relationship. You start looking at the person the way they should be looked at. God's perspective, not your own perspective. I like to think of relationship as like a triangle, right? So like there's two people at the bottom, and they're working to one common goal at the top. And if one person is doing more work than the other person, and they're not like on the same eye level, the same like-mindedness, that person could get tired and leave that person because they're not working towards the same goal. And when we're not working towards the same goal, there's a problem. One person could have their whole life invested into that other person, and this other person's up here and this person's down here. And with their whole life invested in that person, once that person leaves, this person doesn't know what to do with themselves anymore because they had no goals, they had no desires to be any better. They were only just looking at this person as a god, as the person that they look up to, as the person they confide in, as the person they find life in. And that's not how it should be, because you should know how to think for yourself, you should know how to live for yourself, you should know how to, have your own happiness. And that's like relationship goals. And I'm not talking about like no internet relationship goals like Kylie Jenner, no, none of that. I'm talking about relationship goals as in you and that person working together to achieve the goals in your life. And notice, I said your life. With that unbalance, one person gets tired than the other person, and they're carrying this huge load on their shoulders. And this shouldn't be like that. You guys should be working together to accomplish the things you want to accomplish in each other's lives. And that's what a true relationship is. So let's talk about the single people. I'm single myself, and what I noticed through the Bible, reading the Bible in the book of Genesis, right? Adam, the first man, had God at the center of his life. So he had fellowship with God. He talked to God, literally. God told him what to do, as in, hey, here are the plants, here's the water, here's this and that. Go out there and name it. Have dominion over that. Have authority over that. And everything that I have is yours. There was no secrets between each other. It was open, all from the heart. So God is speaking to Adam, and he's creating the sixth day, and he goes, Adam, every tree is yours, every plant is yours, every animal is yours, and you have dominion over them, and they're subject unto you. And right there we notice that God gives Adam a purpose in his life. So he says, Adam, your purpose is to be fruitful and take care of the garden, and that's your purpose in life. And a lot of times we try to get into relationships without having our purpose set in life. We're not established. We're not in our foundation that is true, that is right, that's going to help us for the future. We're in a foundation that's shaky, that's built with sand. I made a video earlier about the foundation. Check that out. Word. But yeah, once we see that God gave Adam his purpose and what he was called to do in this life and what he's made for, God then creates woman and then puts woman in Adam's life. So this is a lesson being told here. If you're not in your purpose, if you're not called to do what you're supposed to do, or you're not walking and doing what you're supposed to do, I don't believe that you're ready for a woman to come in, because like I said, that foundation is all messed up. You notice that woman came from man's rib, and not from his feet, not from his head to be superior, but from his rib to the side to be made equal. And I know all you feminists out there going crazy, but it's under his arm and from his rib, under his arm, so that he can protect her and closest to his heart, because that he can love her and they can go vice versa. And it's so simple. We see that from the beginning relationship, the first relationship, God and man, and then man and woman. And these are relationships, that's how it should work, that two people are here and they're all coming together for a common goal, and that is to glorify God. The point of that is to have God at the center. And when we have God at the center, it doesn't matter if that person leaves or goes. We are still firm in who we are and who God says we are. And we know in our identity, and we're firm in that. We have the right foundation. So when you get into a relationship, make sure you have God at the center of your relationship. Because relationships demand a lot of things. They demand commitment, trust, faithfulness, all that stuff. And if you're not, doing those things, or if the other person's not doing those things, once they mess up and once something happens, you can forget about God and leave God out the whole picture, and it just be you and that person. And that can be really ungodly at times. So to wrap this up, make sure you know your purpose in life, and make sure you have God. Well, first, make sure you have God at the center of your life, and then once you have God at the center of your life, God gives you your purpose in life. And then once God gives you your purpose, then He'll give you the woman or the man, whatever the case may be. And that's those three things that are key, foundation. I always come back to that word, foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Mindful Monday. Have a good week, and I'll see you next Monday. Peace.